Good morning, one and all. So, today I'm talking about the next session where just we are discussing about the designing of the soil nailing. Already, what we have discussed in the earlier, it's a construction technique that we use reinforced soil to make it more stable. So, for the existing, so maximum we have to use for the existing structures, and it will be help for slopes, excavations, retaining walls, etc. So here the important design after a preliminary analysis of the site, initial design of the soil nail wall can begin. This begins with the selection of limit states and design approaches, strength limit as well as service limit states. So now talking about the design parameters for the composite nail soil system, including the mechanical properties, physical properties and geometrical properties. The different mechanism of soil reinforcement interaction, where the inclusion as well as the parameter characterizing the different mechanism. They can be classified in the following groups: mechanical properties of the in situ soil, especially shear strength characteristics, shear parameters, frictional angle and cohesion. And in the geometrical property of the soil nail, the nail diameter, shape, length and inclination. So in which angle we have to incline the nail. So we are talking about the nail diameter also. So it depends on the conditions and purpose of the reinforced structure where nail will be used. Then shape. So for the soft soil it will be a different shape. For the hardened soil, for the rock, so it will be a different shape will be used. And length will be decided as per the design condition, as well as the inclination also. It will be depend on the design. And for the design considerations, so in the previous we have studied the geometrical as well as physical and mechanical properties. And next, so what the consideration will be considered before designing a soil nail system is required to fulfill the fundamental requirements of stability, serviceability and durability during the construction and throughout its design life. So here we are talking about the stability. So where the structure will be stable, and serviceability, so it will be long life, thus a good service will be given, and durability. So here we have studied the stability. The stability of the soil nail system throughout its design life should be assessed. The design of a soil nail system should ensure that there is an adequate safety margin against all the perceived potential modes of failure. The next, serviceability. So these are the limit state method. It comes under the limit state method. The codes will be used, the Indian standard codes. The performance of a soil nail system should not exceed a state at which the movement of the system affects its appearance or the efficient use of nearby structures, facilities or services. And next comes to durability. What the durable will be. The environmental conditions should be investigated at the design stage to assess their significance in relation to the durability of the soil nails. The durability of a steel soil nail system is governed primarily by the resistance to corrosion under the different soil aggressively, where the soil having the moisture content that will be affected to the nail, because the nail is a steel structure. When it will be contact with the steel, maybe the corrosion will be occurred, so durability will be goes down. So we have to check and we have to precautions the resistance to the corrosion for the different nails. So then we will govern, there will be the design will be safe for the durability. And economic consideration. The construction cost of soil nail system depends on the material cost, construction method, temporary works requirement, build ability, corrosion protection requirements, soil nail layout, type of the facing. So here, talking about the financial condition, the cost of the soil nail system. it will be first depend on the construction method, the what method will be used. So is it that the method will be suitable for that work? So we have to design it and we have to decide the construction method. Based on that, so we have to decide so what the economic will be and what the cost of the materials and what the cost of the construction will be required. And it will be temporary works. So what are the requirements? Buildability, corrosion protection requirements. Already what we have studied in the durability, the corrosion will be occurred when the soil is contact with the reinforcement, because the soil having the moisture content. So maybe the corrosion protection requirement, that will be the more cost. Soil nail layout and type of the facing. Then finally, so talk about the environmental considerations. The construction of a soil nail system may disturb the ground ecosystem, induce nuisance and pollution during the construction, and cause visual impact to the existing environment. So these are the severe conditions where we have to consider when the construction of soil nail will be. And appropriate pollution control measures such as providing water sprays and dust traps at the mouths of the drill holes when drilling rocks, screening the working platform, and installing noise barriers in areas with sensitive receivers should be provided. So when we have to drill it, so at the initial stage we have to drill it. So we have a number of methods and we have to sequence of the soil nail in the initial. So while we are drill the hole, so maybe the sound will be occurs and some of the dust will be affect the environment. So we have to check about those things, and sometimes the sensitive receivers will be there. So noise receivers, so we have to take care about that. So thank you one and all.